Well aware that a big win over Brian Ellis would move him closer to a heavyweight title shot, Dorian Perez will be bringing the heat from the first slap while Ellis aims to drop the veteran and do his own ladder climbing.
After a disqualification loss spoiled Brian Ellis' debut on Road to the Title, a second chance to make a first impression saw Ellis stop Indian Scott in the third round, earning him a place on tonight's card against seasoned contender Dorian Perez. One of the most charismatic fighters on the roster, San Ysidro's Perez roared out to a 4-0 start in Power Slap, and while a loss to Dwayne Crespo slowed him down momentarily, a first-round knockout of James Stone here last summer got him back on track in a big way. Coming up next, Dorian disturbing the peace Perez battles Brian the Predator Ellis.
These Fender Walkouts brought to you by 10X World. 10X your business, 10X your income, 10X your life. Go to 10xworld.com. Dorian Perez, just 26 years old. The third-ranked heavyweight contenders, 5-1, coming off a first-round TKO win over James Stone here in August. His first time back in about 6 months, and boy, is he excited to get back out there.
Yeah, I'm not surprised because, listen, last time out against James Stone here, right, last August, I think it was, what a shot, knocked him out. First contact that he made, put him to sleep, and that's what he's doing a lot of the time. I think this is his 7th appearance here. He's a fan favorite, he's got a great style, massive power, takes a good shot, puts on quite the show as well. When you speak to this man, just like all of these, they're wild up there, but when you speak to them, the man's, you know, he's a good, decent human being who just loves the thrill of it, loves to fight. He's the Street Beefs West Coast champion, currently at heavyweight, loves to throw down.
Day job as a security guard on the Mexican border, says eventually he'd like to reopen a barbecue joint that was in the family a while ago, but first things first, he'd like to get to 6-1 here tonight. Brian Ellis, the former University of Texas defensive lineman, then he played 7 years of arena ball. He was on season 2 of Power Slap, Road to the Title, 1-1 on the show. The loss came because of a stepping disqualification.
Yeah, well, Dan, you've already named some of his accolades. He's clearly a badass dude, but it doesn't end there. This guy can eat some of the hottest wings on the planet. They're called atomic wings, and he's very accustomed to them because his family owned 6 Wingstop franchises as he was growing up, so obviously no level of hotness phases him. He also has 5 kids at home. That takes a lot of probably patience, but listen to their names, guys. Mela, Rocket, Jet, Tiger, and Mega. And Ellis is thankful for the support, but he also says at times he regrets showing them what Daddy does because now all they want to do is slap him all the time. And he said his youngest, Mega, only 3 years old, runs around telling random people he is going to slap them because he wants to be just like his father. So gotta get that under control, perhaps.
Well, he's got no combat sports experience, but he says, I'm not concerned about that because, listen, football is about as physical as the sport that you can play. Of course, he did that for a long time. And, yeah, I mean, so far on the show, two appearances, 2 stoppages. You know, I mean, this guy, big, powerful dude. He's got his hands full with the kids, but he's looking for a mega performance here tonight.
Oh, well done. Using one of the kids' names there, Miss Big. You're smarter than you look, buddy. Don't believe what anybody says. The Tail of the Tape brought to you by Estrella Jalisco, an authentic cerveza dorado, and the official beer of Power Slap. Look at the numbers here. Ellis is 10 years older, 5 inches taller, and look at that, nearly a 10-inch reach advantage. Yet, somehow, some way, he is a plus 120 dog to Dorian Perez. For good reason, I would suppose. Dorian Perez, 5-1, has a lot more experience than the former University of Texas football player. As we are set to send it to Justin Bernard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is 3 rounds in the Power Slap heavyweight division and presented by Happy Dad Hard Seltzer. No more skinny cans. Introducing first in the blue corner. He stands 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 265 pounds. out of Houston, Texas. He is a number 6 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Brian, the Predator Ellis. And in the red corner, he stands 6 feet 1 inch tall, weighing in officially at 264.5 pounds. Out of San Isidro, California, he is a number 3 ranked heavyweight contender in the world. Dorian, disturbing the peace, Perez. And when the action begins, your referee in charge, Kerry Hatley. Winner of the coin toss and striking first, Brian Ellis.
This match is presented by Double Eagle Injury Law. Injured, slap back by visiting Double Eagle Injury Law today. Oh, Travis Scott sitting next to Dana. Taking in a little power slap.
All right, gentlemen, here we go.
Lovely
Center.
Durango Casino and Resort.
All right, here we
I
go.
mean, how's that going to feel for these guys? You know what I mean? They're on power slap. It's a full-packed house. We've got the likes of Tom Brady,
Make sure you
Travis
touch
Scott.
them.
We've got
Chin
legends
parallel.
here, wall to wall.
Okay, hand and count.
Charles Barkley.
Left on
everywhere.
2. Left on 2.
Look at the size of Brian Ellis compared to
That's your
Dorian.
measure.
He's massive.
He's a big hand as well.
1.
With a big swing. Oh,
That
takes
wasn't
it.
shit. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, okay. Dorian.
Because you can see the nerves on the face because it's like, this is a
Fair
gigantic
blow.
human.
Fair strike.
Hold on.
Oh, here we go.
You better fucking make it happen.
His hand is the size of his
Make sure
head.
you
Yeah,
touch
but
it.
there was no real impact. It didn't look like the most powerful swing.
All right, brother. Hand and count.
Right on 3.
Right on 3. Red's right on 3.
They're
Make
really
sure you're
rough
set.
on our little chalk holders here. Dorian
Measure.
Perez is. He's coming off a knockout win against James Stonier back in August.
I'll say it again. The bigger
1.
you are,
The harder they fall.
the harder they
2.
fall. Let's have a look.
That was solid from Dorian. Nice job by Ellis.
No falling, but a clear victory for Dorian Perez. So far, 10-9.
Good. You good. You good. Ain't none of that shit nothing. None
Fair
of that shit's
blow.
nothing, bro.
And Ellis
Fair
has the
blow.
You know what it
second
is.
strongest
You know
neck
what the fuck you
force.
gotta
So
40
no
seconds,
wonder
bro.
he
40
took that shot.
Okay,
A
here we
little
go,
high,
Red.
but
You want to hang out a
still
little bit? Stay
legal.
in the box, though.
Listen, you play defensive tackle and defensive end at the University of Texas. You got to have a strong neck.
Yeah.
Okay, let's
So
get
that's
set.
what you have after round
Arms
1.
down.
Advantage Perez.
It's pretty
Okay.
self-explanatory.
Hand to count.
I mean, Perez took that
Right
first
on
shot like
3.
it was nothing.
Blues, right on 3. Right on 3.
Oh, he's switching the hands
Your
up this
measure.
time, which I don't like.
Come on, you better fucking kill me.
Yeah, but
You
if he's
better fucking kill
right-handed,
me.
that's a good
Well, I
idea.
agree.
1.
Perez said, you better kill me.
He
2.
just might kill him. Oh!
That was a much better strike with the right hand. But Perez walking back to chalk up relatively unfazed.
Good job.
Yeah, so some
Taking that. No
of the
damage. No
competitors
damage.
were telling us
No
this
damage.
week they were planning on changing their hands, which doesn't make sense because we all have a dominant hand.
Fair blow,
So
fair
you want
blow.
to use that because it's the most powerful. But also in terms of an accumulation of damage on one side of
Okay,
the
make sure
face.
you're set up
If
again.
you're switching
Hand
hands
and
up,
count.
right, you know,
Right on
going to
3,
the
that's your measure.
fresher side when you switch.
Second strike here for Dorian Perez. Here's the prop. Over under 4.5.
1.
Needs a KO if the under's going to
2.
hit here.
Foul.
Yeah,
That was a
Foul.
club.
Clubbing.
bit of a step as
Got a
well.
club.
Remember, fouls
Easy,
are
you done got him
huge.
fucked up. You done fucked him up, bruh. Done got
So
him.
that was just
That's a point deduction. Brian Ellis is fired up.
Okay, foul,
Travis
clubbing.
Scott, by the way,
1
is
point
loving
red.
this. Had his
1
phone
point
out,
red.
taping,
1
making
point
eye
red.
contact with
Clubbing.
Brian Ellis.
I'm man up to admit that was my fault.
Here we go.
There's another look at the club. Again, I said it earlier. With the point deductions, it's hard to overcome those. All you need is a clean strike. When you get clubbed, and you're winning the round.
Listen, as soon as you start losing points,
You know what it is, bro. You got plenty of time, bro. 120 on the clock. 120 on the clock, bro. You know what it
That's
is,
a
bro. He ain't got it in
huge
him, bro.
point, so that's a
He
10-8
can't
round
do your
for
thing, bro.
Ellis.
Do your thing, man, dog. Do your thing, then. You heard that, motherfucker.
So Ellis currently ahead, going
All
into
good, bro.
round 3.
Just chilling. Just chilling.
Term that is
Just
Slim,
chilling.
hyping
Clean
him
him
up.
up. Clean him up, bro. Just chilling. Good. Good. Ready to go.
All right, here we go, Red.
Let's go. Send me home.
So one would imagine that Ellis is
gonna
going
ask
to
you
use
what
the
we're
right
trying to
hand,
do.
which is what he
And
did in
the
the
count.
second round after using
Right
the
on
left
3,
reverse.
Blues, right on 3.
Dorian
You got
Perez
to
is
measure.
like, come on, send me home. Send me
Measure.
home. Let's see what you got. I love it.
Come on.
He's a good trash talker.
Reset. Yeah, just make sure you're touching. Okay, measure again. Measure.
Kerry Hatley making sure everything's just right.
1,
Big man on a big windup. Going on 3.
2.
I tell you what, though, look at Dorian Perez.
It's amazing because that was a good, strong slap.
And I'm telling you, Brian Ellis is gigantic. The hand is huge. Solid connection. And Dorian Perez just hardly reacts. Has a little dance, has a little smile on his face, does not give
Good, man.
a single shit.
You got it, man.
Looks like he could take that all day.
100%. And by the way, there's one loss on Dorian's resume.
Fair blow, fair blow.
It was a unanimous
Here we go,
decision
Red.
loss. He's
Here we
never
go,
been
Blue.
knocked out. He has a chin carved out of granite.
Make sure you're set. Up against the table, up against the table. Okay, hand the count. Wait a minute.
Right on 3.
Right on 3, that's your measure. That's your measure.
Perez may need a knockout because of that foul earlier. He's looking
1,
for it here.
2.
There we go.
Another foul.
Yeah.
He stepped and he clubbed.
That was, considering all of the experience that Perez
Step.
has,
You got to step.
that was pretty weak. He stepped, he clubbed, it was not on target.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely a step. Watch that right foot. There it is.
Yeah, I mean, that's multiple steps.
Yeah, that's really out of character for Dorian Perez. We don't see that from him very often.
And
Well, the club.
look at the accuracy.
And the blood coming out of Brian Ellis's nostrils.
I like the blood. I
Looks
like
good in
that.
slow-mo.
It's good.
Yeah.
But it was
Foul, clubbing,
a bad shot. Let's just be honest. All
foul,
round.
stepping.
And I'm a fan of Dorian Perez. 2 fouls, clubbing, stepping.
Well, 2 fouls and you're DQ'd.
Well, he took 2 steps.
Now, there's a look that you can't pivot your feet, but that'll be, if I am remembering correctly, a disqualification win, and Brian Ellis is gonna win this. Point deduction for clubbing. Dorian Perez came into this match at 5-1. Coming in off a first round knockout, and he was done in by fouls. And as I mentioned earlier, he's going to be disqualified because of the 2 points that were deducted. When 2 striking fouls happen, it is game, it is set, it is match in a 3-round event.
And listen, it's a real shame. It is. Dorian Perez is a fan favorite, but you know, when you foul in such a manner, when you're clubbing and stepping, the force that you can generate is far more increased, right? You can put people to sleep.
Yeah.
That's why we see sometimes people that get knocked out end up winning, because you can't bend the rules like that. You know, it's just not fair. So it sucks. It's a shame, but it's correct.
So that's unfortunate for Dorian Perez that he's going to be DQ'd. It's going to be just his second loss, right? So he's going to drop to 5-2. I'm assuming that he knows the result of this. Brian Ellis.
I don't know. I mean, he's walking around, he's celebrating, he's got the flag around his shoulders, he's got the cowboy hat on. But let's have a look at some of the action. Again, I'll say, look at the size of those hands. It's really impressive the way that Dorian Perez took those shouts. It really is. And here's the first one. Wasn't the best target, but if I remember rightly, Brian Ellis definitely felt that one. That was a good slap. I mean, that looked like tremendous force. Perez just took it. Ellis eats that one. We see a little bit of blood coming out of the nose there. This will be round 3. Boom, once again, straight through him. Shows him no respect. Perez just eats it all day long. And there's the final slap, and that was the foul, and that's probably the one that got him disqualified.
Indeed it was. And now for the official decision presented by Kudo Protein Popcorn. Head to kudosnacks.com now. Enter the promo code SLAP for 25% off your order. Justin Bernard, take it away.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we have your winner by disqualification due to offensive fouls, Brian the Predator Ellis.
Brian Ellis improving to 2-1. No doubt his biggest win yet.